Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you for our time together. But please don't forget, East Campus, we have Wow God tonight. It's going to be a great night of music and worship. It's called Worship Our Wonderful God. So we'll look forward to seeing you at East Campus, 7 o'clock tonight. Right now, I want to come back and look at just a very simple truth today in Genesis chapter 36. Jacob has come back to the promised land. His flocks and herds are growing. Esau's flocks and herds are growing because God did bless Esau. And finally, one day in chapter 36, verse 6, then Esau took his wives, children, household servants, cattle, and flocks, and all the wealth he had gained in the land of Canaan, everything he had been blessed with in the promised land, and moved away from his brother Jacob. There's not enough room in this land to support both because of all their cattle and livestock. So Esau, also known as Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir, and thus begins the nation of the Edomites, which God told the people of Israel through Moses, don't disrespect these people because they're your relatives. And they are the relatives of the people of Israel, the Edomites. Now, my question, and it's one of those little question marks in my Bible, Esau was the older brother. Why did he move away? Is it because he realized he had sold his birthright as the firstborn all those years ago for a pot of stew? Is it because he recognized the hand of God upon Jacob's life? So I have question marks in my Bible. A peaceful separation took place before conflict arose. And so it's one of those things that, I'll keep studying in the Bible, and one day I'll see a little clue, or maybe I won't. I'll see a little clue that will let me understand. Why did Esau, who was a warrior of a man, why was he so quick and willing to leave the land of Canaan? It was Jacob that had gone away the last time. It was Jacob that came back with all the flocks. He was the one who had stayed. Logic would dictate, Jacob, you leave again. I was here first. I was here the whole time you were gone. You're the one who came back and caused the problem. You be the one that leave. Logic would dictate that. Unless there's something here about God's intervention. God reminding Esau he gave up his birthright. God reminding Esau that my hand is upon Jacob and the promise for this land goes down through Jacob. I would love to know one day how this happened. But the truth is that I want you to see is this. There are times when things are too crowded, and it's better to make a separation when it's peaceful than before there's conflict and there's more than just a physical separation. There's a separation of the family. I want to challenge you today. Some of you, please forgive me, your homes are just way too crowded. You've got way too many relatives living in the home. And some of you need to begin to think about, you know what, maybe it's time for me to leave this place, or maybe it's time for them to leave this place. But make sure that when there are separations because there's not enough room, make sure that you do that separation before there's physical conflict, before there's separation of the family, and not just a physical separation where we all still love each other.